welcome back to My Creative Chronic Life, and today I am back with a very different type of video. I wanted to share my thoughts on journaling for 2025. I decided that I had a lot of Patreon items and just bits and pieces that I've collected along the way, Pentel items, stickers, that type of thing, and I wasn't sure what to do with them because sometimes when I've been memory planning, once I've done for the month or the week, any leftovers I'm not quite sure what to do with, and I've just been collecting them ever since I've been memory planning. But now I'm not memory planning anymore, so like my use for icons and things like that might not be as much as they were, but also the full boxes and little leftovers, you know, with stickers and things. I was thinking, well, what could I do to consume them and use them rather than just let them sit at home? So I was going through all my planners and notebooks, and I found this one. It's just a generic one that I picked up from Amazon. I think it was £10-12, something like that, and I had this originally to set up as a bullet journal, just to be able to write down feelings and thoughts and things like that. But in the end I didn't really get far, just a few pages in. So when I saw that, I thought, well, what do I do now? I don't want to buy a new book, I don't want to waste this one. So I thought, well, what reason better not to start and do some kind of journaling in here. Now, it's not such as junk journaling, because as you know, I've got an autoimmune condition, and collecting junk in terms of, you know, that may carry germs is just something that I don't do. I mean, I suppose if it's clean or brand new, I suppose that's different, isn't it? But I wouldn't necessarily be, you know, attending lots of restaurants and going places and doing things, so like collecting ticket stubs or, you know, receipts from the menu or things like that is not something that I would be doing. But I've been really enjoying watching like junk journaling on TikTok, and I was actually inspired from there. So I thought, hang on, let me see what I can do. So I decided to go ahead and rip out the pages in the book, which probably in hindsight I don't think it would have mattered if I'd left them in there, but I did it anyway. So it starts off like this. It's almost like an off cream white colour, and then you've got an index content page, and then as you can see, it's one of the, because I ripped it out, I need to glue that back in, or I might just leave it out, either or. And then we start off with this page. So I left a page in between just in case if I decided to decorate it, and then I decided to decorate the page. I actually filmed this for TikTok on my phone, and by the time you see this video it will already be on TikTok. I may do like a small kind of snippet, you know, shorts video, just to, you know, show bits and pieces of me laying it down, but you'll see the full video. It's like maybe 3 or 4 parts over on TikTok. It's like 10 minutes long for each part. So if you want to see exactly like the thought process behind it, some of it I'm talking, some of it I've got music over, you know, just one of them things. I didn't want to kind of be all about talking, because a lot of it's thought process that's going on in my mind, and in reality I don't have an idea to start off with, and you'll see that in the video. So I decided to collect all of my items. So from Patreons, pen pals, I've been collecting stamps that I picked up from Patreon or pen pals, and I thought some of them are super pretty. And I thought, hang on a minute, I've always had this idea of just collecting the stamps. This is where the book came from. I thought maybe if I do collecting the stamps as a book, but then I thought in reality, how much would I be collecting stamps? It's not very often. So I thought the best thing would be to combine it with something that I enjoy doing, which is of course crafting, card making, you know, sticker making, planning, that type of thing. So as you see in the video, I placed everything out on the table, everything that I wanted to use. In reality it turned out to be quite a lot, which I didn't expect, because of course I've got stickers. I didn't use many stickers from like my planning section because they're in a box to be organized, I've recently done that too. I'll share a video with that shortly, probably in the next month or so. My setup to where I keep all the stickers and what I do with the leftovers. So I've not quite sorted them leftovers, but I had some stickers from Patreons that I've been with in the past and no longer with, either because they've closed or because it just wasn't serving me purpose anymore. And then I had a few different items that I've collected along the way, so I thought let me just start off with that and then think about it. And these are all different elements which I think have turned out really well together. All I did was just think about, started off with one main thing. So we'll start off with this side here. Now I wanted this to be a journal where I could reflect on, but also share bits of my life, because I'm no longer memory planning. I wanted it to be, if I wanted to do it once every week I could, if I wanted to do it once a month, or when I had a special occasion I could. So I wanted to start off this page with writing a letter to myself, so a letter to my future self, should I say. And I had this envelope from a Patreon, I think it was from Cloth and something, I'm not quite sure now. But these items are only Patreon based anyway, so you're not going to be able to pick them up as far as I'm aware. Maybe some of like the foiled items, but the washi tape, things like that, are no longer available because I know a couple of the shops have closed down. But of course, the whole joy of being able to journal in this way is that it's unique to you. You may not be able to copy it, and I know some people with Patreon, you're able to have their printables and downloadables and things like that, and they're just there as a system base, so you might be able to copy some items. But I like to feel that this is something unique to me, and maybe somebody be able to replicate it, which is the idea behind sharing junk journaling, to be able to use their own, but it's going to be unique in their own way. So underneath I just used the envelope flap. So this had a beautiful, almost like burnt umber type of colour on the envelope. So the flap of the envelope, I thought you're not going to see it, so I still wanted to be able to incorporate the colour. So I cut them up, added a little bit of green, some washi, and again there's different textures, different types. I had a little doily, so I cut that up as well. And then this envelope I made as the main feature because it's a vellum, it's a vellum envelope which has been designed with all these flower elements. I wanted that to be the main focus, so I started off with that, and then I added this sticker as well from Mucho Bujo, and this one is from Scribbles, something like that. If I have a chance and I remember exactly, I will put them in the description box below if I remember where they are from. So maybe if the shops are still open, you can go ahead and find something similar. And I know that Scribbles, I can't think of the name now, but I'll put it down below. I know that she's still got her Patreon open, so if you wanted to join to be able to get post through the door, then that's what you could do. So, and then the foiled elements are a mixture between highlight designs and little bloom papery. So I thought this is what I wanted to do, be able to make this page. And then inside it's like a pocket format. So I've popped in my letter to my future self. It says, do not open until the 31st of the 12th, 2025. And it's just something a little bit special that I thought I'll pop in. I'm going to do one for my birthday as well, and if I've got anything else that I want to just share and have like a date to open. If not, I'm just going to click the letters and pop them behind this little space here. And then I had this book that came with one of the Patreons, so I thought I would make it as like a little index. So it starts off like this, and then I decided to decorate it with, again, some of the leftover stickers because it had a page in between. And then I'm just going to do an index with what I've wrote. So I wrote New Beginnings, Letter to My Future Self, because I thought, what else am I going to use with this book? And it's pretty to have inside as well. I cut out, the cozy mail stamp that comes on the letters. Same with these are like from a sticker. It says Hellbow, meaning peace and calm, also known as Lenten rose or Christmas rose. The flowering of the hellebore out of the snow represents hope and rising from the past troubles, which I thought was super pretty. And again, I've just decorated that with some foiled elements. So I decided to pop that here and keep that here, which I think is super cute in itself. Look at that. And you can see just the sparkles. And then this page is where I had a card. So some of the patrons came with postcards and I just loved the colouring of this. And I thought every time I look at this page, it's going to reflect how I feel, which is optimistic, hopeful, and also to the fact that I need to feel rooted, but also I want to be able to explore more nature. So this was kind of a combined theme. So I wanted it to be something that would remind me of how I felt in that moment. I had this sticker. Yes, I had this sticker from Savannah Scribbles. So this and the kind of cardboardy kind of effective stickers are from Savannah Scribbles on Patreon. So if you want to join, you can. And I just thought it was absolutely beautiful. And what it says is, seek not just the sights, but the stories behind them, forever wanderlust with my head in the clouds and the dreams in my heart. And I just thought, wow, how pretty is that? And then this was the Patreon stamps that it came in, 7th of May 2024. This was a sticker, I'm not quite sure where. I printed this out from Crown Paper Cafe. You can pick up like kits and printables. These are from Little Friendly Designs. This was from Mucho Bucho, like the stamp that it came with. And again, like these elements, I know this sticker washer here is from, she's closed now, by Eleanor Grace, because that's her shop, but she no longer does stickers. And then the little green one underneath there is from the new advent from Little Bloom Papery. So I just wanted to combine all these elements. Now I'm not going to do this every single day or maybe every single week, like I said, just here and then as I feel, you know, maybe might do a birthday one. And if I decide to add to my collection in terms of purchasing items, then I will, but I'm going to try and only use what I've currently got or what I get given in terms of Patreon and things like that. Or if I pick up anything in a D-stash, something like that, then that's what I'll be using. But I just thought it looked really pretty and I wanted to share with you. Now ideally my thought process was to just share over on TikTok, because obviously I do a lot of format, you know, I do a lot of videos on YouTube already, and I didn't want to kind of add another one on if maybe nobody wanted to watch. So if you want to leave in the comments below if you want me to share like my next spreads, then please let me know. If you're okay with just going ahead and watching on TikTok, then I'll just continue to add on TikTok. But if you want to do a flip through of maybe and talk about, if I know where things are from, or talk about my thought process, I'm more than happy to share that with you. Maybe we can come back and have an update as I do the spread just like this and talk about it and talk about the feelings and things like that. So maybe that is an opportunity, something we can do in the future. Now I did want to share the letter to myself just as a little bit of inspiration. I'm not sure why the camera does that, but it's super frustrating. If I can add a picture, I will add a picture at the end to what the actual letter looks like, because I decorated that with the similar washi anyway. So what I will do is I will leave you with the future letter to myself. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and close off the video. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please do. And again, you can follow me on my social media accounts at Mycreativechroniclife. And what I will leave you now is with the letter to myself, just in case if you're looking for inspiration or you'd like to do something similar and maybe you want to write something similar, then I thought I would go ahead and share. It's been a tough year. I found it took me a long while to realise that after the long tough days, weeks and months, I continue to get back up and go again. I want you to know you are strong, you are worthy, you are incredible. You are worth every minute you spend feeling down, sad, angry, and feel hate. Every minute spent with the good feelings or the bad, this means you're healing, you're learning, you're loving. You are learning to love yourself. Even all the parts you may not love right now. Keep going no matter what, even on the days where it's super tough, especially on those days where you can't see through the pain. Try and look back at all you have accomplished, the little things, getting out of bed, enjoying your hobbies, spending time with family. That is so much more. Remember, a fresh start can happen at any time. It just doesn't have to be at the beginning of the year. Be happy, laugh more than you cry, live more than your will to, smile. Be you, always be you. Happy New Year. And that's all we've got time for. Bye bye.